Kwadcast Nation, prevention over prescription. Folks, welcome back. I am really excited to be joining you today. I had a spontaneous epiphany, and I'm like, I got to jump on a mic and start recording because this realization, I think, is where it explains a lot. So I was at one of my kids' training sessions for hockey. And one of the coaches said one of the most enlightening things I've heard in a long time. She says, when it comes to being a good athlete or a good, in this instance, hockey player, a lot of that comes down to awareness. Where are you relative to the puck? Where are your teammates relative to the puck? What can I do to be in the right place in the right time? Having that situational awareness where the puck's on the blue line, I better get that puck out for sure instead of dangling with it because this is a 3-2 game. You know, I'm not going to ice that puck because we don't want to face off deep in our zone when we're up by a goal. Like, awareness to me in that context, it's so true. But I think this is what we're seeing in terms of people realizing when it comes to their own health and wellness. I'm seeing in 2025, people are becoming aware. Awareness is the theme of 2025 is what I'm seeing. You've heard the likes of me talking about the impact metabolic health is having on the public. From an ICU perspective, I'm seeing a vast proportion of people that come in with ailments that are related to lifestyle changes that lead to either their death or significant morbidity, lack of the loss of function. They don't come out the same person. The impact economically it has on patient, society, on the family, it's huge. And then we talk about the ties that we see when it comes to metabolic health with mental health. We're seeing that. We're seeing it links to fertility. We're seeing it links to obviously cardiovascular disease, strokes, cancers. People are starting to become enlightened. People are starting to become aware of the ramifications of how the lack of movement, what we eat, how it's impacting us. And people are asking for more. And I'm loving it. I am truly loving this. This is an exciting time to be in healthcare from my perspective, because that attitude of prevention over prescription is resonating with people. There's juice behind it, folks. And so for me right now, and this is part of the reason why we did the rebrand, and part of the reason, which I'll talk about in a second, we've got a book coming out in the spring, Prevention Over Prescription, because we want to be able to empower folks so that they can do something about it, so they don't have to see someone like myself in the intensive care unit. And part of that awareness too is realizing there's a reversibility to this. You can actually do something about it. We talk about nutrition. Whether you avoid processed foods, whether you emphasize protein, whether you start fasting, finding that thing that works for you, that you're less likely to succumb to metabolic disease. When it comes to movement, just everybody needs to move more. I know it sounds like a broken record, but the more people are aware of this, the more people are likely to do it, in my opinion, despite there being obviously some barriers to it. But I'm seeing more and more excitement about it. Even the data coming out showing that the more steps you have, the more association with longevity. Like, people can get behind that. And I'm hearing more leaders out there, whether in healthcare or not, saying, what are we doing to stay active? This meeting, do we need to sit down for this, or can we walk in? You know what I mean? Like, I just love the fact that people are becoming more aware of this. I'm hearing people that work in the insurance market saying, hey, maybe we should put more of a lens on prevention. What can we do to encourage people to move? Can we give rebates on those that are moving, that are being part of that? Like, to me, this awareness, it's resonating with people. Stress management. We all could use better stress management. We all could use better sleep. But people are acknowledging it. You're seeing more and more people using the Aura rings or stuff like chili pads or 8 Sleep to enhance the quality of sleep that they're having. Like, this is awesome. And then that sense of community. I mean, coming out of the pandemic, obviously people want to connect, and in some ways they're almost felt lost in terms of how to connect. But we're seeing more people wanting to do that, wanting to connect and not be alone in their health and wellness journey, or just not be alone in general. So I'm really excited about this. This is part of the reasons why we started Guyata to be able to help provide people with ways to supplement, to really, how can you optimize yourself, increase that protein intake, make sure that you're moving well, using collagen to support your joints, sleeping well with magnesium, anti-inflammation with fish oils. This is where we're going. And as I mentioned, book coming out in the spring, Prevention Over Prescription. The simple way this is to look at the book is it's providing you with tools to be as efficient as possible to stay healthy or to get healthy. Because this is another part of the awareness thing that I think I want to emphasize, and what the book is trying to emphasize. We could keep it simple. We really could keep it simple. I just finished posting a video earlier today. I'm recording this in January. I showed my protein focused meal. And I know people were ragging me because it's a lot of food on a plate. But I'm telling you, I ain't going to be craving crap for a while, because I had 150 grams of protein on my meal. Use my Gata app to track my macros. They're like, yo, you sure you're going to demolish this? And I was like, hell yeah, I'm going to demolish this. Don't even trip. But yeah, and just that awareness that, this is the steps that you could take. So for me, I always talk about protein intake is easy. Some people like fasting. It's not for everybody. For movement, increasing your step count, just encouraging people to get out, even first thing in the morning. Add some resistance training into your regime, even if it's body weight exercise. Talk about exercise snacks as an example. You're watching that football game. Anytime you get a fourth down, drop and do 20 push-ups. I'm telling you, it will pay off. A little simple hack that will give you a bang for your buck. So this is what it's all about. We find that 80-20, that result or that activity that's going to give you the biggest results. This is what the book is all about. Help you determine those things. And I can't wait for it to be on shelves, folks, because I think it's going to make a difference in many of y'all's lives. So that's all I want to say. Awareness, guys. This is the theme of 2025. Awareness of the importance of staying fit and healthy and avoiding metabolic disease, and that awareness that you can do something about it, and we should do something about it. Collectively, we're going to get healthier. We're going to be an example for our kids, and we're going to start winning, folks. All right. Thanks so much for listening once again. Prevention Over Prescription. You can follow us on at Kwadcast on all channels. Keep up to date. We'll be letting you know when the book comes out. GuidedNutrition.com for your healthy dose of supplements. Use promo code Kwadcast15 and start winning, folks. But thanks for listening. You guys are amazing.